Good morning. It's good to see you again. This morning we're just out in rural northern Kentucky. Sun's coming up here behind me. Looking at taking a picture of a horse barn. A little bit of mist and stuff coming off the grass. Interesting morning. Should come as no surprise. I've been struggling trying to come up with, what to take images of. Also been struggling just to find time to get out, period. Between my crazy work schedule of 10 to 12 hours a day, 5 and 6 days a week, plus moving and getting settled in, just not really giving me a lot of time to, actually, get out and look for much. I've been struggling with what I have gotten out to really find anything that really was inspiring. I've been, just thinking and trying to come up with different ideas, and came up with this idea this morning. Come out here and take a picture of this barn, off in the distance, which here, see if you can see it. Turn it around. Hopefully you can see that out there. What's Kentucky known for besides bourbon? Horses. So maybe try to find a way to, encompass that in the way I like to take pictures. So this is my first shot at, a horse barn, from the distance early in the morning, just see what I could do. Now, what I figured I'd throw into this is a little bit of a challenge here. Instead of shooting with my normal lenses, I'm going to actually shoot with my Canon RF 100 to 400. Hopefully you can see that there. Landscape photography with a RF 100 to 400. I'm sure other people have done it, but I haven't really done much of anything with it yet, so I figured I'd give it a shot. I think most of you know by now I've been incredibly unhappy with this thing in early morning light. I mean, when you've got good light, it works fine, but early morning light with the F2.8 aperture at 400 makes it really a difficult lens to work with. But I still figured, go out, try it in landscape, see what it looks like. So we're going to do a little test this morning. All right, we've got the RF 100 to 400 on here. We're going to shoot at 100 millimeters. All right, and we are going to, take a couple of images here as the sun's coming up. Then we're going to switch over and we're going to take and use the 70 to 200 F2.8, and shoot at 100 as well, and see what they look like. So I'm going to take a couple images, with both lenses, and then we'll throw them in here at the end so you can see what they look like. So stay tuned. All right, so as the sun comes up behind me, the light's hitting the barn right now. It looks pretty nice, good light. A little bit of haze still, a little bit of fog coming up from the the wet grass this morning. Boone's still out. When you're using a zoomed in, at 100 millimeter from this distance, you can't capture everything. I can get the fence, I get a little bit of the barn, I get some of the trees there behind the barn. I don't get the moon. I'd have to be shooting a wide angle shot to do that. Maybe I'll come back and try that again here in a week or so just to see what I can do. Plus there's a nice tree off here to the side. If I could find a way to incorporate that, into this with a wide angle, it'd probably look really nice. But this morning I don't have my wide angle, and I don't have the time to, to do that. So, what I've done here with both of these images with the RF 100 and the 70 to 200, again, taking both pictures at 100 F11, let's see, I didn't even look to see what the shutter speed's been, but it's fairly slow. I will, put the images in right here, and you be the judge.
In the end, I didn't see much difference between the RF 100 to 400 and the RF 70 to 200. I really didn't think I would see much difference, but if I had to choose one versus the other, You know, the 70 to 200 I think looks a little bit better, but that's just because there's a little bit better light. You know, I did find the 24 to 105 in my bag, so I did use that and set up and take a little bit better wide-angle image with the tree in it. I've included that in here. Let me know what you think. Interested in your opinions.
All right, I'm going to end the video here. I just want to say thanks for coming along. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. You know, greatly appreciate everything from everybody. You know, this is a challenge when you move to a new area and you're trying to figure out how to incorporate the area into your style and you don't have a lot of time. You know, I kind of, sitting here this morning looking at this and just kind of, with the exception of the cars going by on the road behind me, I'm kind of digging this. I may try to do a little bit more of this. You know, get out and try to capture some of the horse farms and the barns and some of the different countryside here in, northern Kentucky. I do want to try to take a chance here soon to run down to, the Red River Gorge and the Natural Bridge area. Hopefully here when colors get a little bit better. We're just now getting into October, so there really isn't a lot of color yet, but still it's, Kentucky is very pretty, and the people are incredibly nice and friendly. It's just, trying to find the time and finding the inspiration is definitely a challenge. But, thanks for coming along, everybody. It's greatly appreciated. Till we see you again, stay safe.